Menteri Rongba Gejelau Konrad Ki Sangma haba cuba alor ke mat itai lengkot alor ki kam bat cingtrai ban kentiu ke roi ke par New Shillong Township hak sengi ba ar ke dorbar mang tengga jo ke yeng dorbar thawan ke jela Meghalaya kata khat nyu trek rumpang aja penriu pelawan ra itai du ba Havingstone Kharpran MLA Maurang Kneng bat Shim talang de kiwipan lom ba New Shillong City ke de engine je ke roi ke par bat kum ke dong penmi kam da ka bapen pau ba nong ba Shillong kal khamnya abun kiliang ha ba tang kidong shnong kidan palat san lak ngut loong ba haban wengi jinge anong ba nrai haban plelat na ban dak lasai hanu Shillong harangkan ke cengtemu ban pelong ke Meghalaya ka ba yo ka bakot da kumba the $4 billion haus nem arjar pupra loong ba pedeng kisnem ka khnai spa khnai pusan hadu arjar nyo la Shim Jaka khnai spa khatsan Acre mau diang mau ko siang bat sauli lengba ke Meghalaya Urban Development Authority muda balamang riu hajar krore tengka ban kentiu ke roi ke par Shushu aka benta ba ar la Shim Jaka traspasan penriu Acre hamau pedang mau khanu hak sausnem ban penlong eka kum ke Jaka aji kai bat kiwi ulang ba New Shillong kan dege engine na roi ke par hasau teli ki benta kum ke kam chko kai ka sports bal ki kam ban pene ke tenrai ka pule bat cingpen tebet na lor ke technology.
So the government of Meghalaya has undertaken so many developmental activities in New Shillong Township as major initiatives to decongest the existing capital, to establish a modern, administrative and institutional hub. The development of New Shillong has a direct and significant bearing on the surroundings, particularly some villages. These impacts relate to the land use, water resources, environmental sustainability, traffic movement, public utilities, and socio-economic condition of communities. So I made it clear why it is this matter is not to hinder developmental process in the New Shillong, but to facilitate constructive discussion in the House and to let the people know what are going on in the New Shillong. To see that the implementation of different developmental activities in New Shillong proceeds in a manner that is transparent, accountable, environmental, sustainable, and socially inclusive. So I have the list of 11 projects going on in New Shillong, but I need some clarification from the government. Number one, new Meghalaya Secretariat Complex, Umsoli. Project cost 1,188 crores. Land area 53 acres. Status under construction. Target for completion mid-2027. So it is a challenge for the government whether they can complete this big project by mid of 2027 next year. The key components: phase 1, 68 offices, facilities for 1,829 staff, 100-seat auditorium. Phase 2, 56 offices, facilities for 4,746 staff, 2 auditoriums, 200 seats each. Purpose: to shift the entire state administration to New Shillong, decongest existing Shillong city, get modern administrative hub. Number 2, internal trunk road network New Shillong. Project cost 2,000 crores plus. Scope: multi-lane roads, footpaths, dedicated cycle tracks, utility docks, and storm drainage. Coverage: connect Secretariat, Unity Mall, Knowledge City, Prime Hub, Heliport. Number 3, New Shillong connectivity roads, 3 mature corridors, total length 16 kilometers, total cost 49 crores. Key routes: Polo to Belfont, Maupat to Nongkwalo, Dominic Side to Shillong Bypass, Southern Bypass, Malungat, Makasiang, Mau Shibuit, Maudandrai. I want to know the status of this Southern Bypass. The objective was for the traffic decongestion, fast access to New Shillong, reduce pressure of existing Shillong roads. Number 4, Unity Mall in New Shillong. Status, as far as I know, under construction. So number 5, Knowledge City, Maukanu Maupang area. The area of this project, Knowledge City, is 807 acres. So I want us to know whether this area falls under agricultural land or non-agricultural land. The developmental focus, education, research, information technology, tourism, sports. And facilities, university, research center, and innovation hubs, sport infrastructure, tourism development node. Number 6, Meghalaya skills and innovation hub. Purpose, skill development, entrepreneurship, startup incubation, youth employment generation. Number 7, prime hub and commercial zones. Component business centers, office spaces, commercial blocks, hospitality, and service sector infrastructure. I don't know whether this project has started or not. Number 8, heliport, New Shillong objectives, VIP movement, emergency services, digital management, tourism connectivity. Working women hostel, purpose support working women, safe accommodation, near administrative zones. Number 10, Central Jail relocation project. Land acquisition, 35 acres at Ring. The purpose to shift Shillong Central Jail, enable administrative knowledge city corridor, improve security and urban planning. Last, integrated corridor administrative city, knowledge city. Purpose, seamless movement, infrastructure continuity, future metro mass transit planning. So the total investment outlay in New Shillong already planned 5,500 crores, expected total investment 15,000 crores. So this is my submission. So I would like to know from comment the status and the progress of this project, sir.
Sir, I am very happy to see the change of that area, New Shillong Township. People who have not seen that area, they may think that it's only a dream. But I would like to request everybody, especially the members of this Acre's House, to go and visit once of the New Shillong, to see by our own eyes the change, the big change that has taken place in those areas. I'm very happy to see this short duration discussion has been brought today in this Acre's House, because just last week I happened to come there and to drive to all those roads, 4-lane road, and initially people, they will fail even to understand that why so big road in the midst of the place where no houses, no inhabitants, but there's so many big roads. But we see the wisdom of the government to build the road first before other activities come. And we have seen also so many activities has come up, like the administrative block, the secretariat that is the government is planning to shift there, and we have seen the assembly also is about complete. So many activities we have seen from the government as well as the state government as well as the central government, the activities that has taken up in the New Shillong Township. I am very sure, sir, that if people of the state visit that area, they will be happy of our own government, and instead of crying, instead of blaming the government about the development, we should appreciate the government when we see how the government has brought so many changes in the New Shillong Township. I wish the government all the best to complete all these activities as listed by the Mubar himself. He has listed so many activities that the government is planning to do there. We understand the fact that it is not possible to complete everything in short time, but it is very good, the plan of the government, the wisdom of the government to complete one after another. And I have no doubt, sir, to see the light of the day that Shillong city be shifted successfully to the New Shillong. Even though we have only one concern, that the traffic jam in Polo market while going to that side. Till now, we don't see the solution how to get the road because it was so congested in this portion from Polo to Demsonyang. It's very, very congested. And we don't see till now how the government can solve this because this will be the main road, the main connectivity portion to connect the old Shillong and the new Shillong. So I would request that while taking all those activities in New Shillong, I will be very happy to see also that the government plan to solve this problem, whether by having the flyover from old Shillong to new Shillong, so that we avoid those traffic congestion at Polo Bajar and Demsenyong. So this is my advice to the government to try to find out the ways and means. Even though we have seen that they have planned to make road through Maupat to New Shillong, yes, that's very good. The government is actively involving to make road from the other part, from Mauro side to go to New Shillong. But we know that the maximum people will be traveling from this portion, from Polo Bajar, Demsenyong to go to New Shillong. So my request to the government to try to find a way out so that we are clear that we can reach New Shillong in a very short time from Old Shillong.
So this New Shillong development of the various infrastructure that is coming there is very commendable, and I thank the government for having brought all these infrastructures to this place. I represented Sorongham constituency from the year 2003, which is now Morakning, for 2 terms. And the constituency started right from Umpling, Ichirwat, all the way to Jengposo and elsewhere. I traveled on a road that was built recently from Maupudang to Umir, to Maushoro, to Mautumtum, to Maukonu, connecting the bypass to go to Umroi Airport. It took me only 45 minutes. Beautiful road. And all this infrastructure has really brought a lot of development to the villages, right from Ishirwat up to Charoi. This whole area. I used to travel, sir, those days to visit the constituency only during winter, because the roads were so bad that you would need a 4-wheel truck, not a jeep, 4-wheel truck during the monsoons. Today, every village has cars. And I remember when we used to go, the villagers were all cultivators, farmers. When we come back, our vehicles used to be full of vegetables, pumpkins, tomatoes, the local produce. But today when you go, you come back with nothing, because they have sold it, because the buyers from various places go to the village. It's so easy to reach now. You will get a cup of tea, no doubt. But besides that, what point I'm trying to raise is, infrastructure, road development, the government has done a beautiful job that we cannot deny. And I thank this government for looking towards New Shillong. In 2004, sir, when we were in assembly, that was at the State Central Library, the choice of constructing the assembly building then was the same venue where it is now being built. And it was under, the land was under the Urban Affairs Department, if I recall correctly. In the house I spoke. I said, why don't we build an assembly building there? At that time, I think we had 40 ministers in the cabinet. I was one of the ministers also. But then subsequently, due to downsizing, I was thrown out. But that's besides the point. Then, I will not name the member of the House who's not here today. He said that Charles Pongrove wants the building there because that is his constituency. So I had to shut up, keep quiet. But now, sir, one request I have. That if the government, like as mentioned by honorable member from Mogurwat, Barrington, I think he also lives in the Moroccan constituency now, right? I know that. That we have a road from Saulad, Mralting, from there all the way to via Supakeh, all those places via Lapalang, Nongra, yes sir, Feeder Road, Isherwat, connecting this new Shillong. That road needs to be taken up, the acquisition of land, because it will be a very difficult proposition in the days to come if you don't take this up seriously. I have been also told by the people who travel, entire people who come from Jaintia Hills, from all the different constituencies, they have to go that road to reach Negrils and subsequently now New Shillong. One side we have some defense land, the other side is some private and MTC and all that. So if we can take up a proposal, I wanted to discuss that in the motion also, for decongestion and expanding, then travel to New Shillong and all the projects that are coming up there will be very easy. So once again, sir, we are not criticizing nobody here. In fact, we are thanking. But these additional exercises which has to be taken to make the New Shillong more accessible to the public freely should also be taken into consideration.
Shillong is growing rapidly, which of course is bringing pressure like congestion, limited parking, stressed water and drainage system. And these challenges are made harder by our hilly terrains and limited land. But we are tackling them with a clear and a phased plan. Today, small steps like street vending has been organized, with hawkers shifted to safer designated zones. A new city-wide fleet of 120 buses, including electric and AC buses, is being rolled out. The river rejuvenation, drainage cleaning, public space improvements are underway, and parking is being addressed through regulated on-street parking and 11 upcoming multi-level car parks. With Shillong population now exceeding 5 lakhs, so we need two-pronged approach. One, solve today's problem in Shillong, and two, build tomorrow's opportunities in New Shillong. So as we are all aware that we have set ourselves a target of building a $10 billion economy by 2028. And the economy rests on several pillars. One of the central ideas is to create a strong growth hub that can drive jobs and investment. So between 1995 and 2007, 915 acres were already acquired in Maudiandiang, Maukasiang, and Sauli under Muda. Post-pandemic, we have been completely focused on transforming this idea into a functioning reality. We have operationalized, funded, and accelerated these developments. Sir, more than 6,000 crores has now been sanctioned for this development, for these development projects, with nearly 30% already spent on ground level work. Development is progressing in a phased-wise manner. Phase 1 is the administrative city, 915 acres, Maudindiang. Phase 2, the knowledge city, 807 acres, Maupadang, Maukanu. Phase 3, Tinring, 50 acres, which will connect both Phase 1 and Phase 2. Phase 4, transit-oriented development, corridor connecting the growth centers with highly efficient and reliable transport. In short, New Shillong is being built as Meghalaya's engine of growth, powered by 4 pillars: tourism, sports and culture, education and skilling, and technology. Together, these sectors will attract new industries, create new opportunities, and generate over 1.5 lakh jobs, making New Shillong a true hub of employment for our youth. So let me begin with the Shillong Master Plan. In simple terms, the Master Plan tells us where the city should grow, where it must not grow, and how we protect our hills, rivers, open spaces, and neighborhoods. This plan, prepared by NESAC, covers the entire Greater Shillong planning area, about 288.5 square kilometers. Sir, for the first time, using GIS technology, a risk-informed approach identifies all flood-prone and landslide-prone areas and restricts unsafe development. What is important to highlight is that the master plan was shaped with strong community participation. About 15 Dorbar Shnongs from Sarang, Saisej, Maulong, Lunjeng Yen, Mokenring, Lumse, Wamintait, Kirdeng, Mokuduk, Maulang Hared, Nongra, Maunyang La, and etc. I'm sorry I didn't get all the pronunciations. I do apologize. These have expressed concerns, and I sincerely thank them for their valuable inputs. All their suggestions were carefully reviewed and incorporated before the plan was finalized. In addition to this, to ensure safety, the bylaws now ban construction on slopes steeper than 50 degrees, preventing haphazard hill slope development. A comprehensive mobility plan completed in 2024 lays out a 30-year mobility roadmap. Based on its recommendation, a structured, well-connected grid of major roads such as Umir Maukanu, Polo Umsauli, Maupat Umsauli, Maukasyang, Maujenjang Maukanu, Maulingad Maukasyang corridor, along with internal roads, 4 networks have been planned to ensure smooth movement within New Shillong and seamless connectivity to the mother city. So also additional information, of course some are repeating from here, but as per information which was shared to me by the Honorable Deputy CM, that the Polo Mauro connecting to Belfont, this is actively under consideration. MEC to Umpling Bridge, this will be taken up under the World Bank. MES to Umpling, the bridge. Rinja, Nongra, Maulindre, and to Maukasyang. This is an intermediate road. This also will be taken up. Survey is on to create the eastern bypass starting from Sorankam, Maushibut, and Maulindre connectivity to Maukasyang. At the same time, the Saulad Madanriting Super Care is also under active consideration by the PWD, and I should say it is also in the pipeline. The 10.95 kilometers Umvir Maukanu road at 201 crores is completed. Other stretches are progressing. New Shillong also lies along the proposed Guwahati-Shillong Silchar high-speed corridor and benefits from the upgrading of the Shillong airport. This positions it as a regional growth center connected to tourism zones like Umyam Lake. So when we talk about building a new city, the first question that naturally arises is, will there be enough water? We recognize that the development will extend beyond government-acquired land, and that growth will also take place in the surrounding communities. Keeping this in mind, the PHE prepared a DPR for the water needs of 32 villages such as Maupadang, Minriang, Diangpaso, Jaroit, and other villages in the region. The new system has been designed to provide 56 million liters per day for 4 lakh people in the region at 135 liters per person per day. The phase 1 of the project, costing 544 crores, has already been sanctioned in 2024 and is under construction. The project draws water from the Wa Umken River and includes a dam, jack wells with pumps, houses, and an approach bridge. So this is planned development, relying on sustainable surface water, proper storage, and scientific management, while avoiding tube wells that would deplete groundwater and harm our communities. New Shillong's power system has improved sharply with the new 33 kV Umro substation, expanded 11 kV lines, and installation of transformers, cutting outages in areas like Maukasyang from 63 hours to under 6 hours a month. The new 33/11 kV assembly substation is nearing completion, with upcoming 40 MVA substations at Maukanu and Umsauli. The city will have a strong and reliable power backbone for future growth. So the master plan for the government acquired land at Maukanu and Maudendiang has been prepared using same scientific and careful approach. Detailed studies of the terrain, including contours, slopes, hill profiles, wind and water flow, and rainfall, were carried out to ensure the designs work naturally with the landscape and prevent issues like flooding and waterlogging. The entire plan follows the URD-PFI guidelines, ensuring a well-organized, environmentally responsible, and future-ready township. Phase 1 of New Shillong, the administrative city, has grown into a strong center for education and public service, with institutions such as IIM Shillong, NIFT, NEIAH, and NIGRIMS, creating a powerful knowledge and healthcare ecosystem. The area is also witnessing significant commercial growth, with the upcoming Unity Mall and planned commercial streets, it is becoming a vibrant urban hub. Just yesterday, sir, in your presence and in the presence of the Honorable Speaker, we had a meeting in the new proposed Assembly Secretariat building, which is very, very near completion. And I have requested, Honorable Speaker, that the annual Finance Minister's lunch that we give from the Finance Department, being the budget session, if that could be held in that new complex, which would allow our members to see what has come up. And sir, you saw it, but most have not seen yet, that it is really a remarkable structure. A structure with very, very modern designs and interiors. We are very hopeful that very, very soon, I don't want to say or give a commitment, sir, because it is your domain, but we are very hopeful and very soon, that very soon we will be able to enter the new assembly building. And as I said, even the works are going on at a very fast pace and only final aspects are left. But again, it's another indication of the commitment that this government has towards ensuring that not just in our proposals and in our speeches we make, but also in our action, that we show our commitment towards making New Shillong the center of the growth for our state in the days to come. So a major focus in phase 1 has been creating an inclusive and balanced urban environment. Around 64.9 acres have been earmarked for new higher education and skill institution. The IT park has already generated employment for more than 1,500 young people. Housing is a key component, with 51.68 acres allotted for residential development, including 10.9 acres for affordable housing with 435 planned units. Sir, I want to share with this House that while our state is growing and while we are making investments in key infrastructures, the government is also aware that we cannot leave the marginalized section of society out. And therefore, as a part of the development of the new administrative city, 10.9 acres of land will be utilized for affordable housing that will be given to the economically weaker section of our society. And this will just be the beginning. We feel that there are many people who require housing. There are many poor and economically marginalized families in Shillong city and in our state as a whole. And therefore, this is a humble beginning of 10.9 acres. I hope that this also will be one of the key drivers and key structures for us to ensure that we are able to provide affordable housing to as many people as possible, as I said, especially to the weaker section of society. So to show our commitment to that, we have already identified 10.9 acres where affordable housing for 435 planned units will come up. So the master plan ensures adequate social infrastructure with schools, community facilities, and green areas, supported by initiatives like the 10,000 sapling cherry blossom plantation drive to maintain strong environmental qualities. In phase 2, the knowledge city at Maukanu is being developed as a land of opportunity for our youth, driven by major investments in education, technology, sports and culture. This phase will include a major IT park, skill and innovation hub, and landmark cultural and sporting assets such as the country's tallest monolith tower and India's largest 40,000-seater dedicated football stadium. With the Northeast United Football Club's training and center of excellence. These developments will create vibrant new economies and will generate new jobs and opportunities for local people. Phase 2 has been designed with strong emphasis on environmental sustainability, community space, and job creation. The plan provides 85.9 acres of parks and open spaces, more than double the requirement. The layout promotes walkability with pedestrian and cycling infrastructure along all major roads. Land has been set aside for hotels, a world-class convention center, service apartments, offices, and mixed housing, including housing for the economically marginalized section of society, much of which will be developed under PPP mode to generate large-scale local employment and make the Knowledge City a major growth engine. So we recognize that development cannot be confined only to land acquired by the government. In the town and country planning scheme, we have created a unique mechanism through which traditional institutions and local communities are formally represented in the local area committees, which will plan development for the locality in a collaborative manner. So the new Shillong is being undertaken with vision, scientific planning, and strong safeguard. It is environmentally responsible, socially inclusive, economically transformative, respectful to local communities, and designed for long-term sustainability. The government remains committed to ensuring that the people of Morongkoneng and all surrounding areas benefit directly and meaningfully from this development. So the honorable member who has initiated the discussion had also mentioned about different projects. I have, in my main reply, tried to cover some of them, but I also would like to share that the construction of the Unity Mall and infrastructure is going on in full swing, where 43% of the physical structure has been completed. Similarly, the construction of the new secretariat at New Shillong, I'm happy to inform the House that in a matter of 3 to 4 months' time, we have completed 35% of the structure. We are hopeful that we will be able to complete it as per the scheduled time, which is sometime in the mid of 2027. But of course, we will stick to our commitment and the lines, and we will work towards achieving those goals. Similarly, sir, the other projects also, including the football stadium, is also going on in full swing. And there is a plan to obviously include a large space for a dedicated space for performances, for large public gatherings, for large church or religious gatherings, or any kind of public event that is required. A dedicated location is also being developed in Maukanu, which will be accessible through the express highway and then can have access throughout the rest of the region. And that also is part of this plan. As I mentioned earlier, we have also planned a hotel, and there is also a large plan for large recreational golf courses, as well as plans for having investments in different kind of aspects of filmmaking. So a possibility of exploring the possibility of having a film city out there is also being examined by us. So therefore, all these developments are on the card. Most of them are happening. And as correctly mentioned, sir, that our commitment is there. We are seeing the changes that are taking place. And I'm very hopeful that with the airport also, as you are aware, I just want to share with the House, the tendering process of the airport expansion has already been completed. The airport authority has already allotted the work, and we're just waiting for some minor permissions from some of the departments, mostly forest related, which take their normal time, which should be done very soon. And once the airport, which I've always believed is maybe going to be one of the biggest game changers for us as a state, is also on the cards. So when you put all of these dots together, we're able to see the future and the plan that is going to develop for the state and for the youth as a whole. And we are again reaffirming our commitment to ensuring that the project and the overall development of New Shillong moves ahead at a strong pace. And all the suggestions that have been given by honorable members today, we have noted all of them down. To conclude, I want to mention what our honorable member from Kyrwoh had mentioned about the road connectivity. So there will be multiple connectivities that will be connecting the new Shillong and the current Shillong city. So we are mapping in such a way that people will be able to enter the administrative city and the knowledge city from different sides and not just from one road. So therefore there are many, some of them I've mentioned to you, some of them are in the planning stage, so I will refrain from mentioning them as of now. But we realize that without having a 4-lane connectivity, or as you mentioned, an elevated road connectivity to the Shillong city, new Shillong city, then it would be quite difficult for people to come in there. So therefore those all are being worked out, and we're in very, very advanced stage of finalization of some of the very critical ones. And one major one is there where we expect a direct route that we will get all the way 4-lane connectivity going straight to the new secretariat. So that is on the cards, but I'll refrain from going into details of that because we're still working on it. But we are hopeful that within this calendar year or early part of the next financial year, all those roads should be finalized, and we should be on our way to making, as I said, Shillong city, the new Shillong city, the city that we all desire it to be.
Habatin, pej bahagi kishab plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam dunaki eki bataya kamet. Namar kata habathiru atau khau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut pej ya kishab plus F haka jingsom. Yaki nutrient kumki vitamin bat ka ayan la icon diat bat ka bathau bha kam khta ai ka dur jingki mar bam ka jing mat lani ka rukom shed yaki.
Balehi banai kita.
Kadon ka we ka jing mentoy ba kongsan. Ka kot ka kia. Ka nutrition bakam bha ka jing im bakam bha pendon kam daki mar ba madon ka sharp plus F menta kasni
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya.